Hi y'all, Chris from Mad Dog Tactical. Today I'm going to do a review on a holster. This is the RDR inside the waistband Kydex holster. This is a left-handed draw because that's what I use. But when I was looking for a holster, being new at the time to carrying a weapon, I really didn't know what to look for. So I went on to YouTube, looked at reviews, and found this one particular person who I just loved what he had to say. He seemed very well spoken, and so I respected him and went with his review on this particular holster. He sold this thing really well, and I thought, gosh, you know what? If this guy says it's a great holster, I should get it. And he talked about the smoothness of it and how well it was built, and just sold it well. So I got the holster. It did take me about 2.5 to 3 weeks to get it. Paid $40 for it. And when I got it, I will say that in terms of the build, the quality of the build, it was really nice. The edges are all rounded. You can see that we have a curved edge right here versus a pointed edge. These edges are all nicely smooth. Didn't have to do anything to it. It's got nice retention screws built in. The clip is nice and sturdy, and the sweat guard runs all the way off, and it's kind of a minimalist, in my opinion, holster because it just doesn't have a lot of material here running up the side of the gun, which helps for getting a good purchase. And I'll show you that here in a second. The channel for the slides is nice and tall, and it has just great, in terms of the comfortability, this thing was extremely comfortable when I wore it. Now, I got this from my Glock 43, just a disclaimer, there's nothing in the magazine, chamber's empty. So, in terms of the fit, and again, it was extremely comfortable, but for me, this was the issue with this holster. And I did keep this holster for quite a while, just because I just wasn't ready to go out and buy another one. But in terms of the fit, the way the gun fits in the holster, it has a nice positive sound when it's in there. But here's my issue. This thing had amazing reviews, great reviews, and so I was expecting the world out of this. The only issue is, as you can tell, this thing wiggles like crazy, and that is not a result of the retention screws not being tight enough, because as I pull, you can see it does take a little bit to pull it, and regardless if I tighten down on these retention screws to make it harder to get out, it still wiggles. So to me, that's bad quality. If you're going to put out a holster out there that everybody swears by and you get great reviews, it should be pretty amazing. And I will say, in terms of how it fits, the comfortability and how I wear it, and I'll show that here in a little bit, it fit very comfortable. My biggest issue was if I were running or moving around, I could see this thing, I could feel this thing and hear it actually wiggling around. Now this is about where I keep the tension at because it's got great retention, but here's the issue. Doesn't hold very well. Now sure, I can tighten those up a little bit and that'll hold it some more, but then it affects my draw a little bit. It's a little bit harder but again, it still falls out. To me, that's just a big no-no. That's not something you want in a holster. But again, great fit. The cost was great. But the reason that I'm doing these reviews is because when I was new to carrying, I didn't know what holster to get, and there are a lot of choices out there. So I went with reviews that I saw online on YouTube and looked at the number of views, the number of likes that these reviews had, and that was my indicator that it was a great review. And what I kind of found out is that some people were just doing reviews. Maybe they got the holster for free and they wanted to give a positive review so they could get more product from this particular manufacturer. And I wanted to come out and do a review, to me, that was honest. I don't have a lot of views. It's a very new channel, as a matter of fact, but I just wanted to give an honest review and say, hey, look, this is what I've experienced. Maybe I can share it with you and you can find it useful. So I'll be back here in a second and actually put this on and show you how the fit works. So we're back, and I'm going to actually put this holster on just to show you. I do wear my holster just behind 3 o'clock, so roughly that 4, whatever you want to call it, 4:30. I do like a cant to it. This particular holster doesn't have a cant, or it's actually like a 10-degree cant, so it has a little bit of a cant to it. But this is where I wear it. It does, again, wearing it all day was great. It felt wonderful. My biggest issue, of course, was it wiggles. Sorry about the love handles there. It wiggles, and to me, that's not a sign of a quality holster. Again, it's got great draw, great positive sound, knowing that it's in the holster. But just that wiggle was my biggest issue. In terms of concealment, it's great. I don't ever have to worry about it. Again, I do carry a smaller firearm on a regular basis. I chose the 43 obviously because I like having that concealability. The holster works great. It is extremely comfortable. I can't say that enough. But my biggest issue is that I would prefer to have something that just had better retention. So I'll be back here and I'll finish up the review. Okay, so I'm back, and to finish up the review, so this is the RDR inside the waistband Kydex holster. It has a lot of great qualities. It's in terms of the fit, it's got a great fit to it. It does not, I will say this, it does not cover the magazine release. I don't find that an issue because for me, it's not going to be an issue with hitting that thing. But again, extremely comfortable holster. The edges they can tell they spent a lot of great quality time making sure the edges were smoothed out. I mean, they're extremely smooth. The retention's great. The retention adjustment is great. The clip on it works really well. I like the high sweat guard. It's very minimalist. You can see that it's a very minimalist approach. It allows for me to, I do this with my left hand, I do it with my right hand. It allows for me to get a great grip on the gun when I go to pull it because I'm touching the firearm here. It's not covered up. Say for example, take a look at this holster. You can see that it covers up a lot of this. So when I go to reach in, I'm actually touching the holster. So for me, that was really important as well. I want to be able to reach in there and grab hold of be able to touch the firearm, so it allows me to have a positive grip when I pull the firearm out. My biggest issue with the RDR holster is the play, and that is not fixed by tightening the retention screws. The play to me was just very poor quality. So would I recommend this holster? I wore it for a long time. And I did just because it was the best thing I could find. I did try a lot of other holsters that I just didn't find very good. The ones that had two, it was a hybrid holster. Ones that had 2 clips, to me that just took up too much space. I mean, my pants a little too tight. So I do like the single clip holsters. Again, when I recommend this, I'd recommend it if you're maybe on a budget. It's $40. That's doable. But there's definitely other holsters out there I think that will hold your firearm. To me, that's excusable. So there's my review. Guys, if you think if you found this review to be a good one and you liked it, was very helpful to you, please do me a favor, click the thumbs up down at the bottom. And if you'd like me to do a review on other holsters, leave me a comment down at the bottom or shoot me an email. And as always, I'd love for you to start to subscribe to my channel. That way I just get a lot more people out there that I can expose this to. And I'm just trying to do honest reviews, give you my experience and what I had in terms of what I experienced looking for a holster. And I also will do another review here shortly on the holster that I most recently got that I absolutely love. Everything about it is perfect, and it is a more popular brand. But thank you very much. I appreciate it. Again, give me a like, subscribe to the channel. I'd appreciate it. Have a great day.